What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another deck profile here on the channel. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Toga 3 list that I took to the Patriot Games weekly webcam event. This is a UK-based event that happens every Tuesday at 12 o'clock Central for any of you US players. So if you've got a Tuesday afternoon off and you want to play 3 rounds of awesome UniVersus, go check them out. Go find them on the UGN app. But for now, let's talk a little bit about Toga. Toga is one of the most represented characters inside of UniVersus in her entire history in the game. It feels like you can't go to any major event without Toga's representation being so massive. It feels like she's always on that pie chart. And so let's take and break down this deck profile and explain why. So 628 says every time that I play a weapon, my rival commits a foundation. So it's stun without stun at response speed. So it's really hard to interact with that ability, not to mention, you know, a lot of your defense comes from your stage, and she just turns that off. As well as the first attack that she plays every turn gets +3 speed and +2 damage, meaning that one move is very tall, and it's very tough to interact with that. Combining with that with the extra commit, it's almost like it's 4 speed and 2 damage. And then lastly, she's got this incredible ability of every time that she lands a hit, she gets to take a card from her card pool, or excuse me, card from her discard pile, and add it into her momentum, whether it be face up or face down, depending on what the card that she adds is. And so she generates momentum, normally a resource that is reserved for, you know, a turn 3, turn 4 kind of idea. She generates it on turn 2 if she gets lucky and she can land a hit. And so however well that she can spend that momentum, commit my rival's board, is how good that Toga is. And so with that, let's jump into the lineup. So the first attack in Toga's probably signature move is just we're playing 4 copies of Deception Dagger. This is a staple. It itself has stun 2, so stun 2 combined with the response on Toga. If this is my first move, I'm going to stun 3 different foundations, as well as it has an ability that while it's face up in my momentum, whether I hit with it or use Toga's ability to, after a move connects, snag 1 in there, it can flip while it's in momentum to give this weapon attack stun 2. And so if we have a Deception Dagger and we play a Deception Dagger, we play the Deception Dagger, respond with Toga for stun 1, I stun 2, I will flip this in my momentum, basically a once per game, and then stun 2 again. Let's commit 5 resources all on this first singular attack. It's really, really strong. And then it has a secondary ability that says while you are playing it as an attack, you can selectively remove a cool card out of your rival's discard pile, and your move's going to get a little bit of extra speed. Being able to snipe specific reusable pieces out of my rival's discard pile is very, very good. And if they don't have any of those, you just give something a little extra stats. Give this... if the average block modifier is a 2, you remove a 2 block mod from their discard pile. You use Toga's, if this is the first attack, this is a 5 diff, 7 mid for 7 with stun 2, that if it hits, you go and grab another one with Toga, and then on the next turn, it would have also hit, so you get to have it as momentum. This card just generates so much advantage all off of a singular card. Up next, if Deception Dagger is not the best target to respond with Toga, then the answer absolutely is Black Abyss. One of the things that really shot this character to popularity is Black Abyss. It is a 5 low for 6, so great stats for a 5 difficulty, got a great 1 low block. And it says, if this attack deals damage, your next check to play an attack gets +1. And so sometimes the answer is we lead in with something like a Black Abyss, it hits, and then you play Deception Dagger a second to guarantee that it also hits after you commit a bunch of foundations, and this just helps you loop up your check. But more importantly, it says from your momentum, so while it is face up in the momentum, your current attack gets +1/+1 for every copy of Black Abyss in your momentum that is face up. So if I have 2 Black Abyss in my momentum and I'm playing a 3rd Black Abyss, I can use the enhance on this Black Abyss. It counts these 2, so my move is going to get +2/+2. From there, I'm allowed to use this Black Abyss, and it looks at both of them. It gives an extra +2/+2. And so it is scaling. This is +3, +3, +3, +3, +3, +3. This is 9 worth of stats, all because I've hit you 3 times and snapped this free momentum on Toga, not to mention any other attacks that I get to do. This card is such an easy way for this character to wear stats not on necessarily the first attack, but on every attack that they play throughout the turn. From here is where things get a little wacky. So we're playing 4 Hunter's Allies, a weapon card, so it works well with Toga, that says Blitz, build an ally card from your discard pile. So this is all about having a bunch of advantage. If you've noticed, the only attacks that we've looked at here are 5 diffs so far. This deck is chock full of 5 difficulties, and there is a very specific backup, which we will talk about here in just a second, in Jarrett Howarth, that we absolutely want to build in. It's our primary target, and we'll explain more whenever we get there. But this card just lets us build that card in for free as a 4 high for 5. It just feels super, super good. Up next, the attack that we're playing is double canister creation, very similar to what Hunter's Ally does, of building in a free permanent resource into our stage. This one says pay 2 health to take any foundation removed from the game, and then go build a foundation from our discard pile with the difficulty of the removed card +1. So if I remove a 0, I can go get a 1 difficulty. If I remove a 2 difficulty, I get to go get a 3 difficulty. And so kind of pay 2 health to upgrade our foundation base. As well as, it has this really interesting effect of spend momentum, a resource that we get very, very quickly, to give +1 damage for each face-up card with exactly 1 copy in our stage. This includes backups, this includes assets, this includes foundations, and this includes our character. So this thing accidentally gets like +10 damage so free, so quick. It's very, very cool. It also randomly is a low, which is a bit of a big deal, which we'll talk about later. So these are our main utility pieces when it comes to playing the game, of a bunch of stun, a bunch of extra stats, building in a bunch of important resources, building in more resources. Now let's talk a little bit about how we're going to be killing people. And the main kill condition that we have is just 3 copies of Unfazed. A massive 6 difficulty move. It's a 4 high for 7 that says response after it's blocked. My checks to play attacks, my checks to play cards get +1 for the rest of this turn. This card also has the echo keyword. So the main thing that we do here is I play my Unfazed, it connects, I respond with Toga to go grab myself a momentum, I respond echo, spin the momentum, and then I instantly play it again. So you can Unfazed and represent 14 damage on turn 2, committing 2 resources with Toga, and it's not 14 damage, it's actually 16 damage, because Toga gets to give this first one +3/+2, not to mention any other damage pumps that we could possibly have with the Black Abysses or extra stuns from the Deception Daggers. This card is absolutely the #1 way that we want to end the game, is just overwhelm them within a damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario on Unfazed. Our next kill condition that we have is we're playing triple Mighty Blitz. This card has powerful 4, which is really good because of how quickly you get momentum. It is a 5 mid for 3, so not that strong. But it says if I have a high attack in my card pool, which I've got high attacks in the form of Unfazed and Hunter's Ally, my move gets an extra 3 damage. Or if I have low attacks in my card pool in the form of Black Abyss, Canister, Creation Strike, and a card we haven't talked about yet, Gouging Needle, my rival spins 2 momentum. And so it gets very big, very fast, and honestly, it just spins the momentum that we generate. Sometimes you can have 3, 4, 5 momentum, but that represents sometimes 20 damage on a singular move. It being a 4 difficulty, we play a late in the chain, we get the win. And then the last attack that we're playing is just double Gouging Needle, kind of in the same shape of Mighty Blitz. This card has powerful 3. It is a 5 low for 4, so it's very fast printed stats. And honestly, the best part about this card, yes, it is blank. It's got a really gnarly 0 high block that sometimes lets you have a little bit of survivability, because our character almost exclusively is played on our turn. Our job here is to survive, get to our turn, disrupt a little bit, and then we play so much UniVersus on our turn, we press so many buttons that the actions that we have on our turn are way more impactful than the actions we have on a rival's turn. So having really good block modifiers to round off our defense is really important. And so there is the attack lineup. Very difficulty heavy. If you notice, we're only playing 7 cards that are not 5 diffs. 5 diffs or higher. The deck is slow, but is able to churn out a lot of results because of the power of the cards that we're playing. From here, we're going to jump into the assets that we have. First off is double vertical maneuvering gear. Any deck that snaps momentum as much as Toga absolutely wants to play this card. Easily could be slotting in 3, if not even 4 of this. This is, if we talked about the 0 high block on Gouging Needle, this is the #1 way that we defend ourselves, by spending this excess momentum to change the zone minus some speed and defend yourself. The other cool thing about this card is it is possible to play offensively. So if I have a momentum, I will spend my momentum, give my move +3 speed, do the zone mix-up, and then because my move hits once per turn, Toga's going to grab that momentum back, and so just essentially vertical maneuvering gear is free once per turn, as long as I've got the momentum to spend. From here, I've got a singular copy of Airy. Decided to put Airy in because I wanted to have more targets for Hunter's Ally. This card says I can build in any ally card from my discard pile. And so this has the ally keyword. So sometimes I can snap it in. If Hunter's Ally deals damage, I go and I steal myself a momentum, and then instantly Airy is live to protect my last health total. From here, I've got a singular tattered costume. I think actions and keywords are so impactful right now. I mean, we talked about the fact that like our main kill conditions here are a powerful and an echo move, right? And so being able to stop some sort of keyword and then redraw a card is very potent. Sadly, your costume is not your friend, so it doesn't have the ally keyword to be built in with Hunter's Ally, but I think it is still worth playing this card somewhere in your list, if not in the main board, then the side. From here, let's get to the meat and potatoes of the list. It is Jarrett Howarth. This card is so incredibly cool, and it's one of the #1 puzzle pieces that I'm trying to figure out for this set, and it is the main reason that we are playing under the life symbol, so that we have access to Hunter's Ally. I play Hunter's Ally, I build in Jarrett, I'm committing a bunch of things with Toga, and this now says that anytime that my attack is blocked, I'm going to selectively I'm going to add Jarrett to my card pool and then pick the blocked attack up. Very good to rebuy back your Deception Daggers, which are traditionally pretty slow. Very good to rebuy back the Black Abysses because they want to hit to go into the momentum face up. And really, really good to buy back your Unfazed that say if they're blocked, your checks to play checks to play cards get +1. And so I play Unfazed. It gets blocked, I Jarrett it, I pick it back up, I'm allowed to play it again if they block it again, and I have +2 to my check. It's just really, really potent. And we have one more trick with this guy whenever we get there. Also important, obviously he's an ally, so we get to build him in with the Hunter's Ally. From here, we've got a singular Shawn Gilmore. Enhanced commit, your next check gets +2. It's an ally, so we build it in again with the Hunter's Ally. Like we said, a lot of our moves are very high difficulty, and so having +2 our check here to play this string of 5 difficulties is really important, especially if we already have a Jarrett out. I play my Hunter's Ally, I go grab a Shawn, I commit Shawn for +2 to my check. Well, now I can play this on a 7, check a 5, and it's all good. Not to mention, oh, they blocked this, I will then Jarrett and put this in the card pool, pick it back up, I can play it again. It's just great. It's just super, super rad. From here, my last backup that I'm playing is just one copy of Rainy. Flipping foundations is really, really strong, and we have a lot of foundations in our deck. Our spams that are blank. They are power cards on their stats, not necessarily their abilities. And so the fact that this is an ally that I can build in with Hunter's Ally is very good. And the thing about Hunter's Ally is it actually has the Warden EX ability on it, which means that if my character has the Warden trait, I now can spin momentum to give it a bunch of speed. And Rainy, while it's in my stage, gives my character the Warden trait. And so I can play Hunter's Ally, build in Rainy, and then my first enhance, use it to unflip a cool card, and then spend my momentum for EX3 twice. Oh, it connects. I will grab my momentum back. It's just free. Onto our foundations. Aggro foundations, we're only playing 2, and it's just these double def maneuvers. Destroy a foundation for +1 speed, +1 damage, recycles things back into the discard pile. And because of how heavy our attack lineup is of difficulty-wise, it's very easy as I'm stringing things out for us to have some as we are, as we are stringing things out, we are committing foundations. We're committing foundations, so we destroy those spent committed foundations for an extra stats. It's also good deadlock. Onto the defense, we've got double last second rescue, response flip, spin of momentum. After you take damage from a move, gain the health that you would take. If it's 5 or more, you break it. We just grab momentum so quickly and so easily. This is a bit of a get out of jail free card. Up next, we've got 4 fast friendship, enhanced flip, -2 if not 3 speed. Great target to unflip here with Rainy. Just having as many copies of this as you have face-up foundation sometimes is very good. Up next, we've got 4 copies of high value target. I think that my foundations are very important, and so I don't want my rival to selectively destroy the ones that I care about, as well as when blocking, this card counts as 2 foundations when it's committed to pass a check for a block. Again, our character does not have any real defense on face, so we have to make up for it in other ways. Onto the flow cards, we've got 2 copies of Titan's Pursuit. This card is, after my move is completely blocked, add the top card of my deck to momentum. So it is a failsafe for what Toga has got going on, specifically for, we will find it, it's here somewhere, Unfazed. So I play Unfazed, I have a Titan's Pursuit in my stage. If it is not blocked, I respond with Toga and I grab my momentum and then I instantly spend it. If it is blocked, I respond Unfazed, respond Titan's Pursuit. I will take it, I will get the momentum from the top of the deck anyways, and now I can spend it. And now it's even cheaper because they blocked it. So this is the other half of this real damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario, along with Jarrett of, if you block, I'm going to get a bunch of extra resources. My character does not want to be blocked. And then from here is the main reason that I wanted to play this character, and this is the main combo, the tactic inside of the deck, and that's just emerging threats. Form, tenacious, flip, build a backup from your card pool. So I play my Unfazed into my card pool, they block it. I respond with the Jarrett, I add it into my card pool as I add Unfazed back to my hand. At form speed, so not while I'm playing the game, I will flip emerging threats and then build the Jarrett down. I've now cleaned my card pool, gotten my Jarrett back, and said that my Unfazed is now cheaper because of its own response. Being able to do that with literally any of my moves is so incredibly strong. And because of Hunter's Ally, I'm allowed to get this this tactic off even if they swing and attack my Jarrett. So I play the Hunter's Ally. I've got my emerging threats available on the board. I play the Hunter's Ally. I build in the Jarrett. If they now block the Hunter's Ally, I will add it in, pick this back up, flip, build this in, play the Hunter's Ally, build in an extra, first enhance, I will flip a different foundation, unflip my emerging threats. If they block it again, I will Jarrett, I will pick this up, emerging. Like, you see the loop, and I haven't actually lost any real resources here. I've only just gained them. And so for each copy of emerging threats that we have inside of our stage, it is 1 extra attack that I get to play as long as I have Jarrett available to me. It's so, so good. And the fact that, again, it is tenacious flip, meaning playable while committed, as I'm playing out these big long strings, sometimes I don't necessarily even have to pick up the first move that was swung. I can pick up the second, third, fourth move, and these are still available to be committed and checked. The next flow card that I have is just 4 copies of Desperate Plea. The point here is I want to be able to block with Jarrett's or emerging threats in order to get them on the board defensively, as well as any other piece that we could possibly want. Response, flip, do the thing. This is probably the best target with Rainy because I want to be able to flip something else and then unflip my Desperate Plea, but it just truly depends. Up next, I've got a singular copy of Hermes Perseverance. This is an ally to be built in with Hunter's Ally. It says spend a momentum, which is a resource, again, that it's very easy for me to gather. And I go grab any card out of my discard pile and add it to my hand. Up next, the next ally is MashaConcealment. Response commit after my rival plays an ability on a foundation. I will cancel it. This feels very good to build this in and then stop it. stop my rivals' resets or their speed hate or something along those lines. Card feels great. Next disruptive piece I've got is Double Keiko's Aid. After I block a thing, I will give +2 difficulty to the next attack played. This is just the way, again, I need them to stop playing the game so I can get back to my turn so I can play the game. Up next, we've got double incredible display. Again, momentum is very premium. I have a lot of things that are triggering at response speed, whether that be Jarrett or that be the Echo on the Unfazed. And so if they have a way to stop me, I need to have a way to stop them right back. Up next, I've got double surprising skill. Stun is very good. Obviously, I'm playing it in my deck myself. If you stun me, I get to stun you right back. From here, we've got 3 copies of number 10 Pro Hero, 0/6, 1 high block, great stats, and then 3 copies of Syndicate Target, 0/6, 0 low block. These are just the best targets to flip with Rainy. We turn these spam foundations into other relevant copies of the foundations that we want. Gives these a little bit more life, a little bit more juice, and says things like emerging threats or whatever is just that much more potent. And there you have it. There is the Toga list that I took to the Patriot Games Webcam Weekly. This was incredibly fun deck to play. I'm not sure it's hyper competitive, but when you find the tactic and the strategy all comes together of doing this big card pool looping shenanigans, it feels really potent, and it certainly competes with the best of them. With that said, if you like the deck and you want to see it in action, go check out the Patriot Games Webcam Weekly. Very hard not to say webcam when I say Webcam Weekly run that I did with it. It will be out on the channel. And yeah, any suggestions that you guys have for the deck, let me know down in the comments down below. Would love to hear how to upgrade this deck even more. So again, thank you much for watching the video, and as always, I wish you well.